And then to say a few words from a medical perspective on domestic violence and its impact on families and communities, please welcome author, family physician, and Ruth's House board member, Dr. Tope Fagite.
Thank you so much. As a little girl, I witnessed some unpleasant circumstances within my home. As young as the age of 6 years, I witnessed a lot of screams, beatings, arguments between my parents. It was confusing, scary. I felt extremely helpless as a little girl. I wished I could rescue my mother from her predicament. She was often punished for being stubborn. She was threatened with the withdrawal of school fees for her payments for her children. I never realized the impact this had on me at the time, and as I grew older. My mother was a young, beautiful, resilient, and hardworking woman. However, she had found herself in a situation where she faced physical and psychological trauma. She wanted to run. She wanted to leave. At times, she left the house for a little while, but she always returned home to my dad for the sake of her children. We were 7 living at home at that time. She could not afford to care for us or pay our fees with her meager income at the time. Her resilience, hard work, focus, and determination made her overcome the abuse she faced. She did not let it overwhelm her. The story ended on a good note. All of her children, including myself, were able to achieve our hopes, our dreams, and aspirations, despite the environment we found ourselves. This may be a story with a good ending, but several other women are not so lucky. Some women have ended up with mental health challenges, poverty, and death as a result of domestic violence and abuse. Intimate partner violence, also known as spousal or domestic abuse, is a prevalent form of gender-based violence. It refers to multiple forms of harm caused by current or formal intimate partners. I'll review some statistics. The World Health Organization, WHO, identifies intimate partner violence as a major global health concern. It affects millions of people. It can result in immediate and long-term lasting health, social, and economic consequences. Intimate partner violence or domestic violence impacts people of all genders, ages, socioeconomical, racial, educational, ethnic, religious, and cultural backgrounds. However, women account for the vast majority of people that experience gender-based violence. It is most often, unfortunately, perpetrated by men. On average, nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in the United States. 3 in 10 visible minority women have experienced some form of intimate partner violence in their lifetime. The Office for National Statistics in Canada, in the year 2018, reported that the rates of domestic abuse amongst Blacks, Asian minority ethnic communities were higher than their white counterparts, and rates of domestic abuse were highest among those of mixed ethnicity. Visible minority women are less likely to report cases of domestic violence because of fear, anxiety, sociocultural beliefs and norms, and of course, being controlled or trapped by a partner. How about the children? Like me when I was a little girl. There's serious impacts on children that are exposed to intimate partner violence, and it is actually considered a form of child maltreatment. A large study done in the United States by the Center for Disease Control and Kaiser Permanente showed that there were adverse childhood experiences in children that were exposed to domestic violence. This included neglect, medical problems, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorders. These children were more likely to drop out of school. They were more likely to abuse drugs. In summary, domestic violence was always and is still rampant and has far-reaching effects on the victim, the children, and the society at large. Ruth's House has not only identified but taken action on this endemic problem in ethnic minorities. Ruth's House provides services that has been lacking in this segment of the population. I'm so pleased to be on the board of this beautiful organization to support women, men, children, and to help women facing a lot of challenges and make sure that no other woman ends up like my mother that kept running back to an abusive situation. She ended up lucky. Not many women end up this way. I am happy to lend my voice and support this good cause in Calgary and definitely the rest of Alberta and Canada. Thank you to the visionaries and supporters of Ruth's House, and thanks for joining the fight to rescue people from the endemic problem of domestic violence in our society. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Fagite.